The snow is falling down. I've been longing for this Christmas, when everyone's around to share this holiday.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Today I am bringing you guys my Christmas decorate with me of 2020, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. Alright y'all, it is that time of the year. Time to decorate for Christmas. Here is all the goodies. I already have a vision of what I want everything to look like. So I'm gonna go through this, pick out what I want in each room, and then I'll show you guys an overview before I start decorating in that particular room.
But I think you feel it too, like a vibration right between us with a beautiful two. Could we fall in love in this winter wonderland? Cold night, but I'm warm inside. Already said a little prayer that you will stick around. Is this year I'm really hoping for a kiss under the mistletoe? As hours pass by, all the stars shine much brighter. Or is it just your eyes that have lit some?
So this is everything that I've picked out for the living room. Now, I actually have another bin somewhere because I'm definitely missing some stuff in here. And Tim has to get it from the attic because I'm just not able to do that. Because I have two white Christmas trees that are even taller than these that I was gonna do, like, you know, a little display. And I know I have some like little signs and stuff, so I'm just gonna have to wait until he gets home, but I'm gonna start in the living room. And then when he gets home, I'll have him get that stuff and then finish everything else that I'm gonna be decorating with. So I'm going to begin decorating in my living room at the cube organizer today, and if I'm being honest, I had a really hard time decorating this year, and this area in particular. And you will see later I end up moving this out of the way and we end up putting the Christmas tree in the corner here. And while I was decorating this, I just felt like my vision that I had for the living room was completely falling apart, and I just had a really hard time and really struggled this year to decorate. I was just very uninspired. I wasn't loving the decor that I had, but of course I just can't go out and buy all new decor, as I'm sure it's the same way with so many of you guys, and I always feel like my taste changes every single year, but again, I just can't buy all new decor. So I really had to learn to work with what I have and make myself love it this year. Now, I do end up falling in love with all of the decor that I've chosen, but I wanted you guys to know how much I really struggled this year, and it's totally okay for that to happen, and you are not alone if you are going through the same thing. So for the TV stand, again, I really struggled with this area, and I think it was because we were getting a new TV stand. We got a fireplace TV stand that you guys will see in a later video, and so this was really just a temporary setup for the meantime, and it just was not looking right. I couldn't get the garland to lay correctly, and I just wasn't loving it. So I'm kind of glad that I ended up taking it down and we got a new TV stand, because I just was not liking how it looked.
Single child, there's a gift on Santa's sleigh. The first flake of snow is said to fall today. The first snow this winter is promised for this day. It brings a hope.
So for the ladder shelf, I kept it really simple over here. I changed out the florals and the throw pillows. I always keep my ladder shelf very similar for every single season. I don't like to switch out the decor on here because I struggle so much with it anyway. So that is what I ended up doing over here. So now we're gonna move into the kitchen, which I was so happy to move on from the living room because I was struggling so much. but I'm gonna start by straightening up the countertops before I get into the decorating, and that way everything was nice and clean. So I am going to start out by decorating this Hobby Lobby shelf that I have here. I'm sure you guys have seen it before. A lot of people who collect Rae Dunn have this or the other one with the chicken wire on it. And I really wanted to do a hot cocoa bar theme, but I didn't have what I needed, and we didn't really have the funds this year, again, for me just to buy random stuff for this video. So I wasn't able to make that vision come to life, but I did end up really loving what I came up with. I added some ribbon to the canisters, I added some garland, mixed in with all of my Rae Dunn, and I really do love how it turned out. And this is one of the only areas aside from my coffee bar that I really ended up loving. Now, I don't show my coffee bar in this video because I did decorate that in my last one. If you guys did not see that video, I will have it linked up in the cards for you guys. I absolutely love how my coffee bar turned out.
I can't wait for the weekend, waking up next to you. We'll be sharing our secrets, making dreams come true. Let's have a toast for the lovers. We'll tumble around in the snow, and my heart's going boom, boom, boom. You're so beautiful. What a night. Can you feel it too? Girl, I won't let you go. When the sky comes alive, let's have a jolly holiday, holiday. Let's have a jolly holiday, holiday. Yeah, haven't seen you in so long, though we text every day, and still my feelings are so strong. How I missed your face. Let's have a toast for the lovers. We'll tumble around in the snow, and my heart's going boom, boom, boom. You're so beautiful. Can you feel it too? Girl, I won't let you go. When the sky comes alive, let's have a jolly holiday, holiday, yeah, yeah. Let's have a jolly holiday, 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 yeah, yeah, yeah. Can't wait another year.
So moving on, I'm going to be decorating my tier tray. Again, I really struggled with this as well, but I did really end up loving it after looking at it a few times in my kitchen. Now, if you guys would like me to do a Christmas home tour video where I share where I got everything or where everything is from, please let me know in the comments. I could do that during one of my Get It All Done videos or have it as a bonus video for you guys. So let me know if that is something that you're interested in.
Let's have a jolly holiday, holiday. Let's have a jolly holiday, jolly holiday. Let's have a jolly holiday, holiday, holiday. Yeah, 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 yeah. Just wanna have a holiday, yeah, yeah. Let's have a jolly holiday.
For the table, I kept it really simple, again, because we eat here all the time for every single meal, and I couldn't have a fancy display, so I just did a simple table runner and a vase filled with Christmas florals. So moving on to the stove area, I added some Rae Dunn to my utensil holder, and then you will see I add a wreath above the microwave just to make it a little bit more Christmassy over here in this corner.
Flying sleigh, but Santa, who keeps track of every girl
And then the last thing that I'm going to do in the kitchen is add a wreath to the pantry door, and that will finish off the decorating in the kitchen.
On its flight.
So for the banister, I really wanted to add all of the fancy extra stuff like frosted cranberries and maybe some other type of different garland, but I have cats and 2 small kids and I just did not think that was going to be practical this year, so I decided not to do that.
I just know he seems to do just
So now we're going to set up the Christmas tree. My husband helped me do this. And then I will just spend a little bit of time fluffing the tree and getting it all ready to be decorated. Now, we got this tree from a friend last year because every single year I always got extremely ill and I was always so sick on Christmas for as long as I can remember. And then my son actually started being the same way. And it turns out that my son and I are allergic to Christmas trees. So as much as I love a real Christmas tree, I love the smell of it, I love the look of it, we can no longer have them in our home, which is really unfortunate. But it also means I get to put my Christmas tree up earlier.
Last year I thought about how things can come around just like that if everyone is here to celebrate one day. We have our ups and downs, but when there's love there's always a way. And oh, this time of year we come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim that Christmas is a magic day.
Now, I am going to be adding ribbon to my tree this year. I did add some last year as well, and I really liked it, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. And while I was doing it, I wasn't loving it. It wasn't looking right. Even my husband was like, what the heck are you doing to our tree? But I just decided to trust the process and just keep going. And I figured it would look right once everything was on the tree. And I did end up really loving my tree once it was done.
Side and just enjoy this moment of peace and love and happiness. We come together to celebrate. Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday.
Now, this year I did get all new ornaments. That was the only thing that I splurged on. I didn't really get anything else new. Hobby Lobby was having a 50% off sale, so all of their ornaments were half off and I just couldn't pass up the offer. I really needed new ornaments. I just was not loving the ones that we had. So I did do a little mini haul in another video. If you guys are interested in seeing that, I will leave it linked up here for you guys. But I just went with a really traditional red, white, and green theme this year. If you guys didn't notice, I really just wanted the bright reds this year. I loved how it looked, and so I had to have bright red pops of color on my tree as well. Now, I did end up adding some of my family ornaments and kids ornaments and things like that after I filmed this video, so you guys will not see that footage in this video.
Yes, every time the snow is falling down and it is cold outside, we gather around the fireplace and no one cares about yesterday. My favorite holiday, it means so much more than words can say. And I claim Christmas is a magic
Anyways, you guys, that is going to wrap up my Christmas Decorate With Me of 2020. I hope that you guys loved it and it gave you some inspiration if you haven't started decorating. And definitely let me know if you guys want to see a Christmas home tour, because I will do that for you guys if you're interested. As always, thank you guys so much for watching my videos, and I will see you all in my next one.